So you want to get better at JavaScript? Well, arrays are an essential part of JavaScript. So in this video, let's look at the array filter method in just 5 minutes. So first off, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I do weekly videos on web development topics. So if you're interested in more of that content, make sure to subscribe so you can see it when it comes out. All of that said, let's dive into arrays. All right, so this is a series on JavaScript arrays. And I've got a GitHub repository here that inside of this GitHub repository has a README on what we'll work on and then a worksheet that you will check out to be able to use below. So inside of that worksheet, you'll have some sample Star Wars character data that we're going to work with, and we're going to walk through in these different videos, map, reduce, filter, sort, every sum, and then maybe we'll add some, no pun intended, extra videos to this on the end if you're interested. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so we have our sample data here in the repository that's checked out with our Star Wars characters, each one having a property of name, height, mass, eye color, and gender. So we're going to skip on down to the filter section, and filter is probably pretty self-explanatory, where you're going to take an array of items and then select out which ones you want based on some sort of filter. So in this one, we're starting with a mass greater than 100. So we'll do, I don't know what we call these. Maybe greater 100 characters. I don't feel like I have a great name for that, but that's fine. And we'll take our characters array and then we'll call filter. And what filter will do is it will give you a reference to each character, and then you need to return whether or not that thing should be included in the resulting array. So the condition here, we want to check if the mass is greater than 100. So we'll return character dot mass greater than 100. So let's just test a log out here and log out the greater than 100 characters, and we'll see that this is logging out just Darth Vader. And if we look above, Darth Vader is the only one with a mass above 100. So it looks to be working. So let's just cover here exactly what is going on. Our filter takes a callback function, so this arrow function in here, and in that function, you get a reference to each individual item, which I've named character here. And then what we want to do is return from that function a true or false, whether or not this thing should be included. Now, a cool thing is with these ES6 arrow functions, if we're doing just a one-line return, we can actually get rid of the specific return, get rid of the semicolon, and get rid of the last bracket, and then just kind of have almost a one-liner, even though it's a little bit long. If I name this like car or something, I think my formatting might put that on the same line, but we'll leave it at character because I think that's a better variable name. So this works the exact same, but now we're actually able to do this filter on one line, which is pretty nice. So let's now do maybe shorter characters, and same general idea. We're going to take our characters, we're going to call filter, and for each character here, we want to return actually implicit return, so we don't have to say return, but we will return whether or not the height is less than 200. So we'll say character dot height less than 200. So we've got that. Let's do a log here of shorter characters, and let's save it. And by the way, I'm using NodeMon, so every time I save, it reruns this. So you can install the NodeMon package with npm install-g NodeMon and be able to do what I'm doing. So this should show all the characters whose height is less than 200. So 188, 150, 172, all of those are shorter than 200. So that seems like it's working. And then now we want to check out the male characters. So we'll say male characters equals, and then again, same idea. We'll use our characters, we'll call filter, we'll pass it a callback function that gets a reference to each character. And then we want to return whether or not the gender equals the string male. So character dot gender triple equals in this case, and we'll do the string male. So let's do a log of the male characters, and let's see if this works. So we get Anakin Skywalker, we get Darth Vader, and we get Luke Skywalker. So that seems to be working. And the last one here, to get all of the female characters, we will do almost the exact same thing. So characters dot filter, and we'll get a reference to each character, and we will return whether or not the character gender equals, in this case, female instead of male. So that should give us kind of the opposite of what we just had. So let's do female characters, and we should see this will just have Leia. If we come all the way to the bottom here, only Leia is in this resulting array. So that filter is working. So we can do that based on numbers and mass and height, and then in this case, based on strings or any other condition that you can think of. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video and you feel like you're getting better at JavaScript arrays. If you're interested in learning more about arrays, make sure to check out one of the other videos in the playlist. And if you have any additional questions or topics in JavaScript you'd like to see covered, feel free to leave a comment below or check out the link to join the Learn, Build, Teach Discord server, and you can ask and share there as well. Thanks again for watching the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.